Hey guys, we're going to be talking about catering and different catering equipment. So, catering involves a company coming out to a certain venue and supplying food for the guests. There are different areas of catering, different styles of catering. So, if we're looking at these two pictures, we have like a little appetizer party. So, they provide the food, the platters for the food, the plates, the silverware. They supply everything related to the food at the venue. Picture on the right, we have a buffet style, and those dishes that the food is in are called chafing dishes, and I'm going to show you exactly how that you would use a chafing dish. First, we're going to talk about sit-down catering. Okay, so this is just like how a typical restaurant service would go. So you would have waiters and waitresses bringing out the food to your table that you're sitting at. This is going to be the most expensive form of catering because it involves a lot of employees, which increases labor costs, and to plate everything just takes a lot more time and people. So this is going to be an expensive way to cater something. Next, we're going to have a buffet style catering. This is going to be cheaper because you don't need as many people manning the food and plating the food. So you have, again, your food in the chafing dishes, keeping all the food warm. You could have it out on platters, and the guests will be serving themselves. Next, we have family style catering. So this is when large plates or platters of food come to the table, and the guests at the table will pass around the food and put it onto their plate. So this is just a little classier than having a buffet, and a little less fancy than having a plated sit down service. There's also drop-off catering. This is used a lot in companies. If they're going to have a catered lunch, they might get it from Olive Garden or Chick-fil-A, and they will bring disposable platters, set it up, and then they will leave and have the clients serve themselves. Everything will be disposable though, so they don't have to clean up after themselves or come back and pick up their dishware. Okay, so it's all going to be disposable. Here's some of the equipment that we use in catering. These are called hot boxes. A brand that is most common in the industry are called Cambro. Working in a restaurant, you will hear this word a lot. Most of the containers, like the Tupperware that you will use, industry certification tub, industry standard like that meet the requirements for keeping food safe are most likely Cambro brand, and these hot boxes are usually Cambro brand. So this is to keep cold food cold or hot food hot. So there are little slots in the hot boxes. You put your hotel pans or your aluminum pans into those slots. Just make sure you're not mixing up. If you have a hot box, you're going to be putting hot food in that hot box, all hot food. And then if you're going to be having a cold box, just make sure it's all cold food. So like this one on the right, we see that it's fruits, salads, and pasta salad. So that's all cold food there. Okay, you can also have a hot box with hot pasta or hot chicken, and it will just insulate and retain the heat. So these are the chafing dishes that I was talking about. So the purpose for chafing dishes is to keep food hot. Okay, so if we look at the design of a chafing dish, we have the cover, okay, to keep all the steam in. We have our food pan. This is where the food will sit. Then underneath we have our water pan. So just like a double boiler, you'd have your water in the water pan, and then we have these things underneath, which is we call them sterno. So it's just a little gel can that's flammable and usually can stay heated for about 2 hours. So that will heat up the water in the pan, and it will cause steam, and the steam will keep the food in the food pan hot.